I've never done an open mic before, so I didn't know what to do, like if I should do poetry or music or whatever, so I went online, and it said that if you do physical comedy, I think I read this right, that you can burn up to 17,000 calories in one bit. So, I've never really done physical comedy before, but we'll give it a shot. So, this is my first time, so stick with me. How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, I can't hear you! I know what you're probably thinking. What is this guy doing here? It's okay, I'm on my room springer. I'm gonna go back and see what the elders think. I haven't made a decision yet. I want to try a ski lift first. Okay. Sorry, any Amish folks in the audience tonight. I want you to try something out when you get home. If you've got someone that's really grumpy, try this. Grab another person and put them in the back seat of the car. Here's my thesis. It doesn't matter how grumpy you are, you'll always be nice about legroom. Have you ever met anyone when you've asked if they have enough legroom in the back that they're like, no, I really don't, can you move forward, please? Everyone's like, no, I'm good. My patella's in my throat right now, and I think I'm sitting on a pair of golf clubs. But why don't you move it back just a little bit more? But you don't really have to worry about that up here because of Minnesota nice. I know that because I was originally from here. I live in Chicago now, where people aren't nearly as nice. Yeah. They're kind of grumpy. They're nice about legroom, but they're grumpy about everything else. And, okay. And, so anyways, you really see the Minnesota nice compared to the Chicago grumpy when snow starts coming. Up here, little kids are playing out in the snow. Your neighbor with the tight biker shorts is like, howdy, neighbor. Riding around in the snow. In Chicago, it comes to November 15th, and we just start hibernating. Everyone goes to Costco and buys about 400 Jack's pizzas and a big case of beer, and they're like, all right, wake me up at Christmas, buy me a Shamrock Shake in March, and I'll see you on tax day. I saw my neighbor come out from hibernation, and he was doing some yard work. I barely recognized him. He was 150 pounds bigger. He had meatball stains all over his shirt, and I could see straight through his skin. I was like, Tom, this is kind of embarrassing, but I can see your endocrine system. I just got a new car. It's a minivan. Pretty excited about it. It's got the key fob thing where you can open the doors and the trunk. And it's like beep, beep, and it opens it for you. And it was pretty cool. It's the newest car I've ever had, and I felt like I was driving in Megatron. Until I dropped the Junior Mint and I sat on it, and then it was pretty much like every other car I've ever had. The Honda Accord, the Chevy Malibu, the Ford Escort, they all had dark chocolate and peppermint all over the front seat. Cost me a lot of pants, and a lot of people walking behind me that thought I pooped out of the left side of my butt crack. Even in my new car, I don't like driving in Chicago though, because, not because of the traffic, it is horrible there, but it's mostly because it's really hard to get lost in the city of Chicago, because as long as you know where the lake is, you really pretty much can't get lost. And I like getting lost in the city, you find new things, so sometimes when I'm driving with a friend or a business associate, I'll just pull down a dark alley or the wrong street and I'll start freaking out like I'm lost. And then I'll get out of the car and I'll pull out some weather instruments like that unicycle that surveyors use, and a big rusty pole with a weather vane on top, and a TA96 calculator. TI-96 calculator. And I'll start pretending like I'm measuring things, and then I'll come back in the car and I'll be like, well, I think I figured out what's going on. Those are more cirrus clouds than dorsal ones, and they're moving in a westerly direction, which must mean there's something stirring in the Bay of Biscay. So, if my instincts are right, we need to head east, and east is that way. However, it is La Nina this year, and you know what they say about La Nina? Whatever you think, do the opposite. So we're going west. And at that point, my business associate is like, dude, can you get out of the car again? It looks like you pooped out of the left side of your pedal. I'm going to do it on time. Okay. I'm getting kind of tired. It's also hard to get lost these days because of GPS. Really hard to get lost. It pretty much takes you wherever you want to go. Takes the fun out of driving. I even read today that there's a GPS company that's contracted Snoop Dogg to be the voice for their turn-by-turn directions. And that got me thinking, who would I want to do my turn-by-turn directions? It would definitely be Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Not that Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was the kid I went to YMCA camp with in 8th grade. And he had the lowest, most effeminate voice I've ever heard. And I would just love to hear him do my turn-by-turn. Turn in 0.5 miles, take a left. Can I borrow $1.50 for some candy bars at the canteen this afternoon? In 3.5 miles, turn right. No way does Rony Cycli have a better dunk shot than Xavier McDaniel. Recalculating. Can I have a sip of your Shasta? Can I have a sip of your Shasta? Okay, that's it. See ya.